Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about action. So I wanted to share with you guys a technique that I use a lot when I encounter a text, when I'm giving a script or I have a dialogue or an audition or whatever it is. This is what I do. And I call it actioning the text. I think some other people call it too. I'm not sure if that's the official name of it. But pretty much what it is, it's assigning verbs, different verbs to each line, to each beat of lines that you have, of monologues that you have. So it's an awesome technique. It makes your acting be a lot more specific and a lot more active. You know, it's weird to talk about acting and not talk about action, and gives you a real purpose, you know, a real purpose and in a really specific way with how your character is going about things. So I really love this. I learned this about 3 years ago in college, and I've used it always ever since, and it's super helpful. It's super helpful, and you're gonna love how specific your acting is going to be and how much more command of the scene you're gonna have. For this, what I normally use is this book called Actions, The Actor's Thesaurus by Marina Calderoni and Maggie Lloyd Williams. Hopefully I'm saying their names right. And this is how it looks like. And what this book is pretty much just a bunch of verbs inside of this book, and each verb has their own synonyms, a bunch of other synonyms, so you can find the specific verb that you need for each line of monologue or each beat or each idea that you have within your monologue or your dialogue. It can be for really anything. But in order to do this, you need to answer some very specific questions about your character and about the given circumstances of your character. For instance, what is their objective? What is that your character wants? That's going to help you pick the verb. You don't just like randomly pick a verb or you think that this is the right verb. No, you have to have understanding of your character, who your character is and who they're talking to and how they're going to get to what they want to get, right? And so this is going to help you pick that right verb, a very specific verb. I normally have a verb for each beat or each sentence, and sometimes within the same sentence I will choose different verbs. This makes your acting so much more specific, and it gives complexity to your acting, and you know, you're just showing how three-dimensional your character is, you know, and you're putting it all out there and you're just pursuing action. I'm gonna put a link for this book in the description of this video so you can take a look at it. And this is, I think I got it on Amazon when I got it, and I also have a Kindle version of it. The Kindle version is really helpful because you can just type in your verb and you know, it shows up and it shows the synonyms right away. Here you have to just manually find it. I've got this first, but I really wanted to have it all the time, and I started traveling and I would forget to pack this, so I just decided to get the Kindle version so I would have it with me at all times. This is how much of a theater geek I am. Anyway, so the way it works is, first of all, you want to really, when you get this book, you really want to read the beginning of it because it gives you some really helpful examples on how to do this and explains you how to do this well, and where this technique comes from. It's basically a Stanislavski technique, and this book is just being very specific in how you do this. Some directors are very targeted. They really want to do this, and this is, you know, this is their basic thing. So the way you want to go about this is you want to think, the sentence you always want to formulate is I, verb, you. That's it. That's the sentence you always want to do. So for instance, I excite you, I seduce you. This is how you want to pick your verbs, and the more active the verbs are, the better. Just to give you guys an example on how to do this, I separated two little lines. The first line is, would you like some strawberries? This is the first line. And the verb that I assigned was to uplift. So does it fit in that construction that we just talked about? I uplift you. It fits, right? So it's good. It's an active verb. Yeah, it is an active verb. Okay, so let's use it in a sentence. Would you like some strawberries? I'm using the verb to say the sentence. Another verb that I chose was to dismiss. Does it fit in the constructions that we talked about? I dismiss you. Yes, it does. So now let's do it. So a little harder. Would you like some strawberries? I don't know if that was a good dismiss, but you know what's cool about this is that there are many ways to dismiss, there are many ways to uplift. You have to find your own way, or better, you have to find how your character does this. It's really cool. So another line that I found is, you are going to like it. That's the sentence. The verb that I assigned it to is to excite. Let's check again to see if it fits that construction. I excite you. It does, so let's use it. You're going to like it. This is kind of like the uplift. So let's try a different way to excite. You're going to like it. Okay, that was okay. And now the verb demand, to demand. Let's check again to see if it fits that construction that we had, which is I demand you. He does. And it's an active verb, so cool. So the sentence is, again, you are going to like it. You are going to like it. So again, there are different ways to demand, there are different ways to uplift or to excite or to dismiss, and there are so many different verbs you can pick in this. And if you don't have this or can't have access to this, you can just come up with your own verbs or look it up on the internet to find your verbs. This is very cool. It makes your acting super clean and specific, and I recommend you to just try it with your next monologue or with your next scene. I promise you're gonna notice the difference. I hope you liked this video. Please leave your comments below about what kind of techniques do you normally use, if you like this technique or not. If you're a friend of mine, you probably use this technique a lot. So leave your comments, leave your like, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!